2020. In the beginning of it, few people saw this year as significant. By the end of the year, it had redefined how we live all across the globe. More specifically, it refined the term heroes. Not the heroes from the movies with a cape or a shield using their supernatural abilities to fight off aliens and supervillains. And not just including the real-life heroes who protect us from danger and come to our rescue in times of great need. We now must extend the term heroes to include people wearing masks and face shields, working long shifts at medical facilities, desperately trying to save the lives of those who moments before may have professed the belief that the pandemic is fake news. People desperately working to find a vaccine for a devastating virus that nobody saw coming, as our leaders claim it is not real or its impact on us is being overstated. People stocking shelves or preparing food or delivering food or packages while being told that their jobs are insignificant. People risking their health to staff the voting booths and polling places while being accused of corruption and tampering with the electoral process. People standing up against injustice and oppression towards marginalized groups while being mistreated themselves for simply using their voices. People all over who are stepping up to protect themselves and others by wearing face masks and participating in social distancing, even when directly confronted, sometimes violently, by people claiming that protective measures are violating their civil rights. And by people who looked beyond their own needs and reached out to their fellow human beings in this great time of need, and who came together as a community to help and support each other. If 2020 did nothing else, it reminded us what is actually essential in our lives: each other. We would like to honor and thank all of these heroes. We would also like to thank our ACA hosts and crew who have worked through the adversity of this year and were able to continue bringing you shows and content that hopefully both entertained and educated you. Most of all, we would like to thank you, our viewers, our subscribers, and our patrons for supporting us this year. It has been the ACA's honor to create content which we hope upholds our mission: the promotion of positive atheism and the separation of religion and government. We would like to try to put a bow on this sentiment by sharing with you some of the last moments of our shows this year as a token of our gratitude to you all.
It's time to get sexy on Secular Sexuality.
How about some things that you're looking forward to for next year? I know I've got a couple of things that I'm super excited about, but in terms of what 2021 has to offer, what are some things you're looking forward to, Christy?
Well, I don't mean to overstate it, but I have to say the idea of sitting in the studio, of not having to worry about my dog barking in the background of an episode. Don't listen too closely. Getting back into the studio space and being in the library, having people around the community before and after and even during the show is definitely something I miss and that I'm really excited to get back to. But also to say there are a couple of great guests that we've got kind of lined up, and I don't have any of the things nailed down to start naming names or whatever else, but I know that we not only have some really exciting new names coming in, but that we've been doing this long enough and we've built up enough relationships that there are some remarkable repeat folks that we're going to be able to see again. And that just feels incredible to have created a community and a situation where these remarkable experts would be willing to talk to us more than once, and that when we have a situation where somebody has to cancel or we're not able to do what we expected, our Rolodex V has gotten much deeper than it used to be, and it's amazing to have so many great people to call on.
Speaking of great people to call on, I'm super excited because some of the repeat hosts that you're seeing more and more of these last couple of months are going to be getting even more familiar with y'all. We are going to be kind of reviving that old AXP format, going back to the ACA's roots of introducing a couple more co-hosts to the equation. So we're always going to have like 4 or 5 people who are going to be on in different combinations and tackling these ideas together, hopefully in ways that always highlight their experiences and what they can bring to the table in terms of topic, in terms of guests, and in terms of callers. So 2021 is going to be exciting because you're going to get to see some well-known faces a little bit more, which is always a good thing here.
Definitely something to look forward to. Beyond that, is there anything on your radar, anything that you're hopeful for?
Honestly, Christy, I'm just excited to continue this journey with you. You've been a great co-host this last year. You've been prompt, guys. You don't know how much work Christy does behind the scenes too. Like, I'll show up and I'll do my part, and I'll forget a meeting here and there. But like, I can rely on this guy, Christy. You're awesome, and I'm excited to go into 2021 with you.
Yeah, and I'm excited about this role of helping manage and put everything together. The kind of big picture future of this thing feels really safe in your hands. So I'm super excited. I'm super grateful for everything that we've been able to build here, and for the remarkable folks that you don't see on the camera that have helped put that together.
Yeah.
You know, as we said, that crew, that cast of characters has really expanded, and we're incredibly thankful for each of them.
Alrighty, folks, that about wraps it up for another episode of Truth Wanted, and wraps it up for our special Golden Pico Awards. We're going to clean up around here, but I want to give a special thanks to all the presenters that presented the categories this year. You guys are awesome. And another special thanks to you guys, the viewers, especially to you guys who voted in. This was so much fun to pick these out and do this show and get all fancy and dressed up for this. Obviously, I mean, this has just been an awesome year in terms of Truth Wanted. I mean, we've had so many awesome guests, awesome callers. It was so hard to pick some of these, but I'm really glad that we did this. And this was really fun. I hope we can do it again next year. So thank you guys. This will be the last episode of Truth Wanted for 2020. I hope to see you guys again in 2021. Remember to always keep wanting the truth, and I'll see you next time.
That was nice.
I love it when people call back and have clearly been like doing some deep work.
Oh, yeah.
Just like getting in there and evaluating things and asking all the right questions. It makes all of this worth it.
It really does. You summed it up perfectly. That's exactly it. As we're moving into the new year and finishing up this one, it's definitely nice to look back and have calls like that to recognize, hey, we're challenging these ideas, but we're raising each other up as well. And not everybody's going to be able to call this show to bounce things off of. But we have a Discord. We've got a Facebook group. We've got a Reddit. We've got an amazing community that's administered by incredible mods, by the way. We love you. Shout out to you guys. We hope that we can keep growing this community. And so if you do want that, consider joining our Discord. That's where V and I are going to be going after this.
Yeah, we're going to hop over there.
Interact with people. So maybe you should join us. We got the link down below us, tiny.cc/ACA Discord. Oh, we're going to have one hell of a holiday. And I'm so excited about the special that we're doing.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be different.
It is.
You're going to get us from different angles. It's going to be awesome.
My Christmas Doodle Bopper hat will make an appearance.
Of course.
Absolutely. Of course. Yeah. Gosh, I'm all warm and fuzzy. I'm sorry. Some of those last calls were awesome.
All right.
But I think we should show our crew, though.
Absolutely.
Our crew's amazing. Those are the people who are making this happen. Those are the people who we're here before we got here, and we'll be working long after we're done to make sure that we look and sound good and that this is able to go out to you. Thank you so much. We love you.
Did you see that cat just like, oh, it was adorable. Made my day.
Yeah. Are you ready to throw up some love rings? I know it's a little early, but I really want to hop in the Discord, especially because things are going to be going on that are special coming up. And
we want to check in with people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
That's so good.
Good job, Crew Cat. I like to imagine Crew Cat's the one that presses the button.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Whether you believe or not.
Yeah.
Things are getting rough, and I know we've been talking about it. COVID fatigue has been a thing. People are getting tired of quarantining, but that doesn't mean that it's getting better. If you're out there because you need to, because you're working, if you're out there working in a hospital, stocking grocery shelves, if you're putting yourself at risk to make sure that the rest of us are okay, thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. You're doing your job, and we're going to do ours by wearing a mask and by making sure that we're not spreading things. It seems like the vaccine's around the corner, so let's hold out.
The first trucks left the facility with the first vaccines in the U.S. today. So nice. We are starting that process.
Yeah. For those of you who don't believe, come join us in the Discord. We've got about a little over 20 minutes that we want to hang out and talk to y'all before the nonprofits starts at 3. If you are not going to be joining us in the Discord, make sure you're setting your clocks for 3 p.m. Central. That is in 20 minutes to go to check out the nonprofits. I think I've shilled enough.
For those of you who do believe.
Heavy. I love you too. And I appreciate you. And I'm really, really grateful that you were doing this together. And I know that we have other people that hop on, but doing the show with you has been fantastic. And I feel like you make me a better host. So thank you.
Well, okay. I love you too.
For those of you who do believe, we don't hate you. We just think you're wrong.
How to live our lives, never questioning the thoughts from which.
We're getting ready to have a holiday break here. I don't know what to tell you guys. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Festivus. Celebrate or don't celebrate, whatever you want, because that's what freedom is. That's the rational course of action. That's the humanist position, is to exercise your freedom to celebrate, but to do so responsibly. Just like if you go out drinking, you need to drink responsibly. And that means that you need a designated driver. It means that you don't take certain actions. You don't operate heavy machinery while you're on certain drugs, etc. That's the reality. We put limits on freedom in order specifically to protect people. And in extraordinary circumstances, like this pandemic, there's recommendations that people should not be traveling. That if you want to see your friends and family next Christmas, maybe give this Christmas a pass. I get it. Everybody's in a different situation. I'm not going to tell you what's right for you specifically, other than to listen to the experts. Now, Jenna's got a great hat on, and a great heart, and a great smile, and a great brain. So yeah, she's better than me in a number of different ways. And yet we both want each other to live. And we want all of you to live as well. We want you to have a great break, even if you have, if you have to work, whatever. I want you to have every day is something that you can actually enjoy. But if you're going to call in to suggest that masks and social distancing somehow violates your rights, you have missed the point and the purpose of being a humanist, of caring about your fellow person, and making sure that your impact on their life, because masks, when I wear a mask, it's to protect other people from me, not me from other people. And if you don't wear a mask, that means you're the one that doesn't care enough about the people around you.
We're lucky enough that we live in a day and age where we can actually have virtual holidays. We can actually have Zoom chats with 20, 30, 50 people at one time. We're in it. This is the coolest time to have a pandemic. I mean, we've had pandemics before when it was a lot worse. There was so much less available. We have Amazon where you can have things delivered straight to your door in a couple days. You know, this is the easiest time to be going through this. So I just try to look on the bright side. I appreciate that we have this ability to be able to go through a pandemic and still be able to see people.
And I got to tell you, there's only a handful of people that I've actually spent any sort of time with in the vicinity. I had 2 different people come over with masks and sitting on opposite sides of the room, jamming on guitars, because sitting here with nobody around is difficult. I want, if nothing else, for everyone to enjoy the break. There won't be a live show next week, but there will be new content that we recorded. Please take care of yourself, take care of each other, in order to answer the previous callers. Why should we care about anybody else? I don't know how many times I can explain it. It's bizarre to me that anybody could not care about the people that they share space with, care about the people that are going to impact their lives. Please. Be good to each other. Be joyous. Have fun. Exercise caution. Stay within the guidelines. And for all of the people out there who are essential workers, the people who are working the emergency rooms that are overrun, that are working the morgues that are overrun, that are working the ambulances that are overworked because we have not done what we need to do, I would like to apologize on behalf of all the people who are making your lives more difficult. You guys are the absolute heroes. You are doing it right. And if the rest of the world starts to fall in line and pay attention, I am incredibly optimistic that not only can we survive this, but we will learn something that will hopefully keep us from having to deal with this again. Because the last time there was a massive pandemic, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have access to all this information. We didn't have access to all the things that Jenna said. So to every one of the first responders, to every one of the people who are in essential roles, the people who are making sure that the grocery stores are stocked and delivering food to people, thank you.